Good evening. Another 2 weeks have passed, and I want to scroll through my 2023 New Year goals. The past 2 weeks have been quite intense regarding workouts and running. Also with work and all the stuff that I do in my life. Currently takes a lot of time, but I noticed that I'm able to choose what I think is right. I'm able to choose for what I want. Um, and it's liberating. I think for my own principles, for myself, for my future. And I noticed that, rather than before, I was quite vulnerable to other people's opinions. I don't have that as much anymore. Yeah, let's dive right into it. This was the start of the last 2 weeks. On Monday, I started off with quite a good workout routine. And that weekend before, of course, there was the full self-driving beta version 12 demonstration by Elon Musk. And that morning I was like, I'm gonna buy some Tesla shares. So I spent almost my entire monthly salary on it. I was like, I cannot miss out on this opportunity right now. It's ridiculous. And I could have like purchased a little less or spread it out over time a little bit more, but I would pay commission fees anyway, and the valuation as it is super low. Like still accumulating. Mm, I need to take a little bit, put a little bit back and save up for a little, but wow, the opportunity is too good. Okay, I want to focus on my running, of course. In 4 weeks, I will be running the marathon wearing a 10 kilo vest, and I have my hardest training next week. I've been slacking a little bit with running. I skipped a few trainings or didn't complete them a lot, like this Thursday. But last week I did all the trainings I planned to do in full, and it's gonna be tough, but I'm gonna manage. Um, I also ordered some new running shoes today. That should help, with the last couple of weeks in preparation. Um, yeah, and I enjoy running. Like, not for 2 hours, but going for a quick run is just so great to empty my mind, to think about my life, about my choices, where I want to go, reflect on choices I made today, um, conflicts I dealt with, things I have to decide for in the future, and just the views of nature. That's the best part of it. Yeah, pull-ups and push-ups. I get the scores in, not really the last week. And to be honest, I lately don't feel like much, like doing many workouts at all. Like, it's hard to get motivated to get a nice amount of repetitions in or a increased set, and that's okay. Um, I've not specifically told this before, but I decided for the entire year of 2023, I will do pull-ups and push-ups every day. It's not about how many I'll do, it's about showing up. And that reminds me of a marketing strategy that applies to McDonald's, KFC, Burger King, whatever, but also Coke and Pepsi. They always put those shops or machines next to each other. It's not like you see a single individual machine and think, hey, do I want to get a Coke or do I want to go to McDonald's? No, you instantly think of making a choice between the two or three. Should I go to McDonald's or Burger King or KFC? Should I choose Coke or Pepsi today? And it works like that. Of course, not always, but it's definitely there with humans. And I apply the same strategy with my workouts. By making the choice to show up, I delete the choice, I eliminate the choice, should I do a workout today? Should I do pull-ups and push-ups today? No, instead I have to make the choice, how many do I do today? And that's a big game changer in staying consistent and making progress. It helps you build discipline and it gives you freedom. And it feels good. So, although I've been slacking in getting my reps in last week, I still show up. And I can't blame myself for it. I just feel less like it. I have a little less time. It's a little bit boring. I noticed that I want to get it out of the way rather than focus on it properly. But at least I keep the streak up. And I know I have to renew and recover. It will come. Apart from that, I broke my 20,000 pull-ups threshold for 2023. We're over 2/3 of the way there. And also, in the next 2 weeks, I'll probably complete my running goal to run 1,000 kilometers this year. Of course, I'm training for a marathon. It's easy to get there, but that's gonna be a little bit special because it's my first goal of the year. It's an important one for me with running the marathon. So this is gonna be a highlight in the next 2 weeks. Of course, it will happen naturally, but still, it's gonna be a special moment. So next, on focusing on my business, I decided to put some things in there that regard my work and also lessons I can apply later in life. Of course, I did some overtime, and as crazy as it sounds, I enjoy showing up early for work and doing overtime. I have a lot to do at work. I'm constantly busy, and that feels amazing. I'm not bored at work. I find it meaningful, and it motivates me to show up. And I'm so grateful for that. Like, enjoying my work is one of the main reasons I'm so happy right now. Also, I thought of maybe becoming an Uber driver last week because, hey, right now I'm sitting idly at home, just spending my time. Well, I could also make money working as an Uber driver. Maybe listening to my favorite audiobooks and enjoy conversations with people I drive for while making money. Learn about having my own business, my own assets, distributing my time. You're free to show up whenever you want as an Uber driver. You decide when you want to work and which clients you take, basically. And of course, there are also some drawbacks to it, probably. But I have to find it out, and I'm gonna dig a little bit more into it. Also, I built some personal integrity at work, got some opportunities to make a choice and stick to it, and be flexible when needed. And I also made a short YouTube video during my run last Thursday. And funnily enough, during my running, I always start thinking about principles, lessons I learned, things I apply in my life, and I just want to ramble for a minute about it and share it. And for some reason, I only do that while running. Maybe because I'm alone, and those thoughts show up. It feels good to share it that way. Yeah, next up, books. Yeah, I don't read that many books currently. Maybe I should increase my playback speed at Audible and also read more physical books. Although I've been quite busy in the weekends, in the evenings, getting my trainings in for the marathon. I've spent plenty of time with friends. Okay, I'm reading a little bit less books now. Also, it's nice weather. You can go outside a lot. I'm on the way a lot, so not really the scene for reading a book. That's it for excuses. I need to read more books because books brought me where I am right now. I want to continue that growth. Doesn't mean that I force myself to read for an hour every day, but I definitely noticed I'm slacking, and just being aware of that is already good in principle, in my opinion. Yeah, I've been waking up earlier for the past couple of weeks. The latest wake up time was 8:45 in the past 2 weeks. Now that I think about it, that's ridiculous. I don't think I've ever had that. Like, normally I would wake up at least like 11 a.m. on a Sunday morning, but yeah, the morning is too valuable to me. I get a lot done in the morning, and I enjoy it. It makes me so productive during the day and gives me back so much time. I also woke up 4:40 in the morning, quite a bit, for overtime at work or getting a run in, because I couldn't do it in the evening. And again, it just feels good. It's so natural to me, and of course I sacrifice some sleep, but it's not too bad actually. Um, yeah, as for love, I noticed what was wrong with my social skills a little bit and decided, hey, I'm a little bit too serious now and then. Of course, it's good to be serious, to be disciplined, and share your opinion. But sometimes all you need is just to have a little fun and not take yourself too seriously. And I definitely have some work to do in regards to that. But it was a good thought exercise. Like, hey, sometimes I'm a little bit too serious, and that can be annoying to people, and that in turn would annoy me. So I don't take myself too seriously from time to time, and it's working out. Also had some nice chats with colleagues, friends, some family, and Friday, the 1st of September, the Model 3 Highland from Tesla was released. Wow. I yeah, I said last video that I ordered a Tesla and had to cancel it because I couldn't get a loan. But I'm gonna try again with the Model 3 Island. It's it makes so much sense for me to get one. I don't really need one that much, but currently I'm paying for a car and basically all the money is thrown away rather than invested in an asset I can use, for example, for becoming an Uber driver. Yeah, if you can read between the lines, can probably see what I've decided. Mm, I've done some running with my brother. Always a good time for both of us to hear each other out, share some ideas, some observations, or things we saw online. Uh, I'm very glad for that opportunity. Uh, Also, sending my parents a little bit more love every now and then. Have some nice conversations with them, especially because they've been a little bit sick and a little bit tired the past 2 weeks. So I decided to support them where I can. And when I felt like it, as awkward as it sounds, but it's working out great. I have a great relationship with my parents, I believe. Um, yeah, I'm very proud of the team that I work with. I'm so grateful that I got this opportunity and that I'm able to enjoy every day at work. Of course, not every moment is enjoyable, but I don't mind going to work at all. And that's a good thing. I also enjoy leaving work, hey, because I have other stuff to do in my life, but it's a great balance. And this last weekend, I'm a little bit tired right now. I had a yeah, I was going on a trip with my football team, and we made some good memories and enjoyed the weekend not too seriously. That's about it for the past 2 weeks. Again, in the next 2 weeks, I will break my 1,000 kilometer run goal. I'll share some more updates about my 10 kilo marathon. I'll be going on another trip with another group of friends. I know something will suck, or I will make a mistake, but I'll be aware of how I react, and I can reflect on it later and use it to grow. I already know something is gonna happen, some mistake or some conflict, whatever. That's why I made the video last Thursday about accepting your next mistake is coming. Expect it to happen and use it for growth rather than be angry that something happened to you. Yeah, it's quite hot today. Next couple of days as well. The weather is nice, but it's quite humid and there's no wind, so it's like a sauna. Nevertheless, I'm gonna go outside in a minute and enjoy a beautiful sunset. Maybe read a book and plan my next week using my journal. I encourage you to get one. And one thing I want to get off my chest as a bonus about not taking myself too seriously. Now that I think about it, I shared something on Instagram about the book of 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Every time I read it, I want to encourage people to read it as well. And this time I even invited people to order it. And if they decided to start reading it, I would pay the book for them. I got maybe like one reaction from someone following me, a like, no, not a word or anything. And after that, I decided, hey, now it's time to be a little bit less serious and just ask the question, what color is a tennis ball? Is it green or yellow? And it turns out that this is quite an interesting question to ask because often the results are around 50-50 and you get quite heated discussions. And yeah, even though I don't have that many followers, a lot of people reacted and interacted with me about the color of a tennis ball. They didn't decide to buy a book I recommended that brought me to where I am in life right now, where I enjoy every day of work, even being in traffic in 30 degrees Celsius with no air conditioning in my car. I can find a way to smile and appreciate life because of this book. I offer it for free to people. Zero reaction. I ask about the color of a tennis ball, just being not so serious. And I get like 10, 20 times more responses. It's a sign for me that I indeed should take myself a little bit less serious. But it's also a sign to me that people have a hard time making the choice for themselves to start growing. And that's where I want to make a difference. I want to help people grow. Well, not men necessarily, like in some physical way. Don't think about that too much, but I want to help people grow mentally, spiritually, physically, financially, socially, and at the same time do the same for myself. Yeah, it's something that I observed. People care more about the color of a tennis ball than a book that may potentially change their life for the better. It's a sign to me to not take myself too seriously, but also that I think people should take themselves a little bit more serious, to be honest. Just wanted to share that. I'll see you in the next 2 weeks. And I love you, dear stranger. Go read this book.